Apparently, we're low on peeps, so I'm going to be at O-line. Depending on how many people show up, I may be starting. Hey, the first time I ever start in my entire career, and it's offensive line. Well, hey, at least I changed the number for a reason.
I got the message last night. Yup. Morning. It's 9 o'clock. Sounds strange to be starting a thing like this, but I want to make sure I get at least a spin and stuff in before the long day ahead. And yes, Coach B messaged me last night as I was going to bed to boot, and I was like, this is a little weird, so late, but he probably wanted to get the message in before I went to bed, but he doesn't realize that I'm old in comparison to the other players. And so I go to bed early. Yeah, it's right guard, and that's... And yes, I do have the fear that I'm just going to blow one of my knees out, because I do not have the workout regimen for linemen. I'm, agile and fast. I'm not lower body strong. But hopefully, as Thor said so many months ago, you don't need to be big to be a lineman. You just, it's sort of like you have to know where your strengths are. And that's what Willie and I went over with yesterday at the field. He wanted to make sure that he could get his routes in, could catch the ball, and I was trying to throw him routes. I'm certainly still not good. I am not, by means, any quarterback, but my ball throwing skills are definitely getting better. Probably because all the long snapping I've done helps just kind of get the use to the ball rolling off the fingers, I guess. Anyways, Aaron is on the way of getting up. I woke him up at 8. He took a shower, then he decided to lay down and read Tumblr, which I was relatively okay with, but by the time I got out of the bathroom from eating an entire medium taco grande pizza last night, I was in the bathroom for a while. That's gross. At like 9 o'clock, I looked and he was like, with like his phone on his chest, and I'm just like, no. I posted to Facebook, my sister already agreed with it, there's a point in everyone's life, in theory, that they go from, how the heck did that happen, to, what am I going to do about that now? And it's not necessarily that happens with everything all at the same time. It, in theory, should happen with everything in its own time. You can complain and moan, for instance, about like teen pregnancy, and in theory, sometime during your pregnancy, you stop complaining about all the various things that happen to get you pregnant, and now you're like, well, what do I do? Because this baby is growing and on its way, sort of thing. I can't. I mean, that's just an example. It's sort of an extreme example. Oh, the cricket league's starting up. They've actually got all their flags out and stuff. So yeah, I'm just walking up to the platform. So I'm putting a timestamp right here if you guys want to fast forward to football stuff, because we're going through the gorge to get out there, and I'm going to be like geology. I'm going to talk about geology. I love the gorge for its geology. We may even bring up areas about burned stuff from that big old fire like almost a year ago, but there's going to be a lot of non-football talk. So right here on my chest is the timestamp that you can fast forward to see all the football stuff happening today. That was my research today. Power up a Pokemon 5 times. I had 3 times. Now I got to do 5. The last one sent me a Staryu as a catch. What'll 5 do? I don't have enough Stardust though. But anyways, so you see what I mean? Like their flags are up. They're all Nike employees, and it's kind of hard to read them because they're backward, but they used to have like streets around here as part of their name, but now it looks like they've actually taken on, at least a few of them may have taken on more Indian names. I mean, they still have like this one right here that has the word Phantom on it. See? Phantoms. But yeah, it's all backwards. That's it. Punjab Phantoms. It's a really simple word, and I probably butchered it and whatnot. So I'm up here at the platform. There's not much more to talk about, really. I'm just not waiting for a train, not waiting to put Aaron on a train. I just wanted to come up and get my daily spin so that I have a caught Pokemon and a spin Pokemon, so I can basically F all on Pokemon the rest of the day. So I will see you guys out more on the road. Sitting here and opened up the camera just enough, and I was like, could you finish booting, please? Derp-a-derp. We're at Taco Bell out in Troutdale. I got a pedal. and we got to eat. So we're on the road. It's just far later than I was expecting. Oh, Snapchat from Willie. Oh, people are starting to announce that they're leaving where they're at. So we're hopefully going to get a picture of it, but there's a lot of trees and stuff. But coming up here on the left is a place called Beacon Rock. Geology lesson for y'all folks. Oh wait, see it? Yeah, that's a volcanic neck, and we can't actually technically climb it. It does have a really windy path. No, I've only actually climbed it once, now that I think about it. And because that was Chad, Stephanie, and I went to go climb Beacon Rock. And we went and climbed it, and Stephanie and I had to stop every, like, 3 switchbacks to have a cigarette. Yeah. Chad's like, well, I'm not a smoker. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know, Stephanie was more out of shape than me, but I was far more out of shape than Chad at the time. Now I'm probably more in shape than even Chad was at the time when we were like 17, 18 years old. Oh yeah, we're driving through the gorge now. Turn down the Metallica so I could chat with you guys and talk to you about Beacon Rock. There's a link below. Go read up on it. Have you ever been to Beacon Rock?
I don't know offhand. I know I went to one of the something rocks around here with Boy Scouts, but I can't climb for crap, and it was apparently not sheer, but pretty much straight up.
Probably so, Beacon Rock.
Probably.
But yeah, Beacon Rock. I don't think Rooster Rock is climbable. It's have a state park, which makes me think maybe you were going there.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, Beacon Rock's a volcanic neck. It actually is from the gorge. It's native here. It didn't like move down.
What does volcanic neck mean?
There's cinder cones, and they have the magma chamber that goes up into them, and it kind of bursts out the top. But then when it goes extinct, that rock specifically hardens, and it's of a different material than the, I guess for lack of a better term, the tephra that makes up the cinder cone. So when the wind and the rain erodes all the tephra and the sediment stuff from the outside of the volcano, the hard, solid rock that is basically frozen magma solidifies in a column. That's a volcanic neck. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
When you kind of, yeah, I'm gonna have to get over in a lane because I got big truck behind me.
Yeah.
All right, just so you guys want to know, this is effectively Eastern Oregon. That's Washington over there, and it's wonderful Columbia River. But I'm not sure how well you guys can see through the trees, how it's like slanted to the right. That's very indicative of the anticline that the Columbia Gorge is. And since we are on the other side of the midpoint, everything is slanting downward to the east. But then again, you've also got, you know, big old cliffs straight ahead that are just full of basalt, and you can tell basalt by its little columns that it makes. You guys see those little columns there? Yeah. What happens is basalt has hexagonal cleavage. Okay, I know you're 12-year-olds, just whatever. That's what it's called. It breaks in a little hexagon. So when the wind comes by through the gorge, because it's a canyon, basically, water gets picked up, and since it freezes in the gorge often, that ice gets into the water gets into the little cracks, and then it freezes, and since water gets bigger, it pushes it open. And every so often, it'll cause a crack, which will move along one of the faces that it cleaves at, and it'll leave behind little hexagonal columns. And city architects like to go and pick up these little things, and if they find large chunks of it that have fallen, then they just like saw it in half, they saw it into pieces, and they place it down decoratively. But they didn't cut the hexagon part. Nature did. Yeah. You can definitely see the lack of trees that are showing up around here. So much I can teach. Oh man, that is a perfect anticline. Look at that. It's so sloped, you can just tell that it's... That is sexy geology right there. Sexy egg. Officially welcome to Eastern Oregon. This is the Dalles Dam, in case you guys are wondering.
but we've officially lost trees. I'm like, everyone's like, Oregon, it's so green and flush and pretty. No, the valley is. I like to call 503 is, even though Eugene is still 541. But the valley and the coast are green.
See? Trees.
Trees! But to be fair, I know people are going to complain. I'm looking at Eastern Washington right now. But come on, that little tiny river right there is not making a drastic, biological diversity. A good wind can spread, seeds across that. And it looks like a tiny little river. That's the entire Columbia right now. It doesn't split anywhere. And that's nothing. Like, depending on its speed, I could swim that, no problem. So, but we still got the geology going on. The little cliffs and stuff, and then the big tall cliffs right here on the Oregon side. But yeah, we're like an hour, I don't know how far we are out. I just know I keep going this way to Hermiston. So we're not going 120 miles out, but we're not only driving 7. Somewhere in the middle there. We've lost trees. We've lost grass. We've lost now we have like just generally dead shrubbery.
I mean, there's still actually plenty of grass out here.
Oh yeah, there is. But there's a green patch out in Eastern. It's called the Columbia Basin. It was a settling deposit after the Missoula floods, because they kind of came crashing out of all the hills from Montana and Idaho and northeastern Washington with the Okanagan Mountains. But once they kind of hit the flat area of Eastern Washington, things kind of settled. So there's a fairly fertile area out there. I mean, the stuff's fertile, stuff's growing. It's just not very wet enough.
Yeah.
To sustain trees. And we've been in the car for 16 minutes. It's the rest area, and I'm already missing trees. Like literally, where's the trees? That's that. Probably see you guys up at Kennewick. There's not much more geology to talk about. Not much more, because we're just losing trees. Trees!
Alright, we are at the field. It's just past 5:10. Got here a few minutes ago. I'm just kind of chilling, waiting for time to pass. Have the AC on in the car. I'm going to wait for it to charge the battery again, and then I'm going to get out and walk around. It's 85, but it's apparently not that bad out. But I still have hat and sunglasses because I don't want a repeat of last time.
This is Theo, morning after. Spoilers, I'm not dead and I'm not in the ER. But I'm going to let you know, there's some adult language showing up in this video after this. Yeah, you're going to see some football, and then you're going to probably hear some sideline stuff, and definitely some after game stuff. But spoilers, I'm not dead and I'm not in the ER.
Replay! Come on, Shane! you go, there you go. Oh, good, Duke.
We have a flag on the play before the snap.
There you go. It's two. Let's go, Matt! Keep going. Defense.
Double on the play.
So we are at halftime. There's a scoreboard there and a scoreboard there. Now that I can actually see it, I can realize how far down we are.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. That's what we had 4 kick returns,
Yeah.
including the starting one, and then every offensive series because I'm starting right guard. And I'm doing my typical thing where I think I'm doing something wrong. I think I'm doing a lot of things wrong, but I'm really not doing all that much wrong. I will not be able to drive home.
Okay.
I'm just, if we had not gotten the hotel room.
Yeah.
I really hope the hotel is not a trashy hotel, like Darren says. But
Yeah.
then again, Darren would said he would stay there. It was just his wifey, and I was like, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, now that the shade is hit, everything should be cooler.
Oh, yeah. I switched glasses.
Oh. I'm gonna go get some water. I've been drinking a lot more water
Good.
halftime so I can digest it and not have to go out.
Yeah, there we go. Run! 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 Pass! Go! Go! Yeah! Go! Go! Block somebody!
Fumble on the point.
Back up! We'll take that at the 40, though. Wait. Oh, easy.
No, I wasn't mean like an official. I just mean like kind of like a just. We told him a lot of times.
We have another flag on the play before the start of the fourth quarter. Unsportsmanlike conduct calls against the Cobras. Timeout called by Cowboys. First team timeout in the second half. And the second timeout.
Run! Good tackle. Run!
The Breaker. An 8-yard touchdown. And the extra point is good. Ball 39 and the game. The price is 47, South Cobras 0.
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Man, we get a penalty for chopping. He did it, shot twice worth.
Hey, that's good defense.
Did you get the most recent play? There was one in the last offensive series where I got knocked on my ass like a retarded turtle.
Yes.
Oh, God. Oh, Daddy, you got it on camera.
Oh, I am that person. I am that
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask.
Who's on the ball? Who's on the ball on this side, ref? There was nobody on the ball on this side. Who's on this side? We got a tight end. Who's the tight end?
And that's the end of the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score: the Twice Reed 60, the Cobras 0. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next week the Twice will be traveling for the Washington Cavaliers on June 9th, starting at 5 o'clock next Saturday night. And don't forget, 2 weeks from tonight, the Twice Reed football game at Lebanon will be starting the Lakeview Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for attending the football game.
Okay.
You're a bunch of bitches!
That's Malcolm's fiance.
You're a bunch of bitches!
This video is not being monetized. Thanks, Kayla. This video is not being able to be monetized.
Oh my shit! I swear to God, this is ridiculous. Where's the sportsmanship?
There.
Why you like claim a win and your team
Like,
walks
I'm gonna go
out?
shake some hands
That's
because
embarrassing.
I did pretty good, but yeah. Yeah.
Take it back, boy. Good shit. Don't say it back home. Good shit. Good work, boy. Come down.
I didn't get any fights. Oh, 5 that I saw?
Yeah, at least.
You guys caught one?
At least one. Got a couple, I think.
We're going in the locker room, but I'm not necessarily sure because we don't need to be screamed at. We literally, like, I'm going to overview this footage because it's just, Darren got kicked out. Our quarterback got kicked out. Malcolm got a penalty, but was very close to getting kicked out.
Does football have penalties? Like the 5 out for 5, they were saying?
Yeah.
Out for 5 plays?
In this league, this year, they instituted that rule.
Huh. Anyone bother telling your coach?
Tyler did bring it up at a meeting.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's that. My knee's a little sore. I'm probably gonna have bruises that show up.
Yeah.
Do I have ones that are currently showing up? I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Hi. That's fun.
Yep.
If that's already showing up, and who knows what's on the legs. This knee feels a little wobbly, but we cool. So if you wanna, hang on. This turf is lumpy, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
You can feel it. I'm taking a wild guess. We're not doing any sort of end talk. We're just getting in our cars and fucking leaving.
I appreciate that. I was riding hard for you guys.
Hey, sis, you guys stay
So,
Give me your helmet.
Dre, you want to say anything about this game? To the wide world of
Let me tell you
YouTube.
from a short nigga point of view, it was all bullshit, bro. The refs calling fucked up bullshit. Niggas going helmet to helmet. Nigga tried to helmet to me. I'm a little dude, but it's okay, you know, like, fuck
20 is a
I'm
bitch,
still
too.
happy.
20 is a bitch. 23 is a bitch. Oh, no, 20.
No, 23 too. He was talking shit. He was the corner over here trying to talk shit. But anyway, my fault. My nigga interrupted my video. It's a lot of bullshit. We about to go home. I'm about to go home, get on some female.
I'll let that part out. I will edit that part out. We're going to see what this lovely shirt. I just spent probably, what, the last 20 minutes? 10, 15, talking with Malcolm's girl and Danny's girl.
Yeah.
We took some pictures just for replacing social media stuff. I'm gonna try to monetize this video. I really am. I'm gonna let it monetize. And if they want to bitch about it, if YouTube wants to bitch about it, I will file a grievance. Just do the little automated thing like you. Like there's like someone yelling. It's after a football game. Come on.
So,
You and another guy.
I mean, you could. Yeah, you can do that. You can use that clip, that doot to.
Oh, right. Oh, I now have a beep sound. Nice. Okay. Hello. Wish I would have brought my sandals. These socks are gross. I never not bring a replacement socks. I need my shorts. Oh, yeah, I would not be coherent enough. Like, I'm coherent now. I can drive to Wally Mart. We can pick up.
Didn't we see a Sherry's?
The only Sherry's I remember was one in Trout Hill.
Oh, right.
How am I doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. I swear
Sorry.
you're the only person on your team who would even think about color coordinating your mouth guard with your uniform.
Because I'm gay. I want to color code everything, Aaron. Chad. Mouth guard, pants, shoes, cleats, got all it. I literally just said shoes and cleats straight.
Yes, you did.
But I only have, one. I don't have one girdle. Not that it really matters. But the thing is like, we're not going all white anymore because we have to have black pants. Oh, God. Those cats. Oh. Is that everything? I need to get this stuff out.
There was a freaking slow-flying, low-flying seagull flapping around.
I don't know what the hell is seagull goddamn doing here.
And it was just...
That's what I know. There's water nearby, and that's all they would. So Sheldon, why is
football's getting rough on his body now. He has been playing for a long time. I'm actually gonna send him that. Yeah. Yes. After this game, we did. We took pictures to replace multiple social media stuff.
So I just got an email from Credit Karma on the appropriate Aaron. Woo, that score.
Mainly because it's like I don't really want to film inside of 25. There's gotta be a Sherry's already. We didn't come that far into town though. And I don't really want to go to Walmart because they're not gonna have anything hot other than like old chicken.
Yeah.
And that ain't me.
Not only that, it's not going to be hot because it's...
Well, no, they keep them in the warmer.
True.
But that's gross.
Yeah.
I don't eat chicken, and that's gross chicken.
Yeah. I'll confirm that's gross chicken.
All right, I got a letter. Notification. Okay, Timothy, what are you saying? Oh, got that. Streak reminder. Got it. Oh, the chat. Oh, the chat. Oh, that. Yeah, no. Mine said excellent.
You probably have slightly higher numbers than me.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason I just showed the subject line and haven't shown this.
Like I said, I can delete footage, no problem.
Yeah.
So, I'm getting slowly dressed. I feel like, my toes are going to be something wicked this wake up. It feels like every defensive lineman decided they were going to try to cleat me, which is welcome to the trenches.
According to Wikipedia, Jake Cyrus, who performed under the mononym Charisse until his gender transition to male, is a Filipino
Would you
singer
please
who rose
tell
to
me?
popularity.
Okay, so what I said was, where is the nearest Sherry's? What I'd heard was singer Charisse. So it gave me information about Jake Cyrus, the Filipino singer who performed as Charisse until his gender transition surgery.
Oh, I didn't want to miss every video.
We are, this is like heavy cut footage stuff. I've been swearing up a storm.
It's okay. He already tells me what
I didn't screw up that much on offensive line.
Hey, I'm fresh out of the penalty box, wherever the that is.
Tyler told us that was a new rule.
Penalty box?
Yeah.
When does it become hot?
What the is a penalty box?
It's exactly that.
It's where you go when you're
Eric, stop.
playing hockey.
Go and sit.
Aaron, stop the recording, stop. All right, we're in the hotel here at the... We're on the first floor. We want people peeping. I guess that's the parking lot. So, just to give you guys the idea. Oh, hi. It's, we're on an island. So, yeah. The backside is river. I mean, I'm going to show you guys Pokemon. I have Google Maps. I have Wi-Fi. It's like 12:27 at night. We went by Denny's and I just devoured one of their nacho appetizers. It's like 1,300 calories. Yes. That's where we're at. Google Maps spying on Aaron tells me that he's at the same place I am. Satellite. Yeah. Why are you always doing that sideways stuff? I don't want to see you sideways. Yeah. This is the Columbia River. The snake comes in right there. You see that? Right here. So the Snake River is important to me because what it is it's the wiggly road, it's the wiggly side of Oregon's eastern. It's of the eastern border of Oregon to Idaho and Idaho. Maybe. It's yeah, there's a wiggly part. Oh, here. I don't know why I'm just like trying to describe this to you guys. I could just take off satellite view so we can actually show you. This is not very good. Show me the shape of Oregon State.
Here's what I found on the web.
You piece of junk, you're so loud. Oregon facts, map. Enchanted learning? No, just show me images of Oregon. I'm so like out of it right now. I don't want Oregon State wrong. Show me images of Oregon. I don't want to know Google Photos. I want Google Web Images. You're very nice.
Showing pictures that match.
Fine. Geography. It's like I was born and raised here, honey. Right. Here is the thing. This image is of a sign that shows Oregon. As you can see, over on the other side, in the north part where it says welcome, it's all wiggly. That's the Snake River. I took so long to show you this. It goes up into Washington and then comes in and runs into the Columbia River and is a significant feeder. So if you're going downstream from the Snake River, you go from like Idaho, you go onto the Snake River. Now there's some great canyons. Devil's Canyon is out there, and that's some great whitewater rapid stuff. People usually go out there and do that stuff. But then the Snake River goes up into the Columbia Basin, cuts through a little bit of Washington State, and empties into the Columbia. The weird part is the Columbia, which is that way, is actually going west to east. Just in case I've got to tell Aaron that one, because we always know the Columbia going east to west. But because we're up further enough north, the Columbia River actually snakes back around and kind of runs over Grand Coulee Dam and stuff. I need to just... I was going to get a cleansing shower, but Aaron's in the bathroom. Chat with you guys in the morning. I'm going to set an alarm for like 8 so we can go continental breakfast, eat pancakes, drink coffee, have fruit, then drive home to go eat mod. Such amazing life. Morning. It's 6:53. That thing says 6:53. We're going with local time. We're in the same time zone. When you're traveling, you get to make stupid jokes like that. Because Lord knows we actually do change time zones. He's always going to be making jokes like that. Well, I don't know what time it is. It's, whatever. That's probably the worst thing you had in Amsterdam is you want to make so many weird jokes and there was nobody there to listen to you.
Actually, I didn't have that much urge to make bad jokes.
It's because you didn't have anybody with you. If I was there, you'd have definitely made some jokes.
Oh, yeah.
I made jokes off your Snapchat. But anyways, I'm using the life hack of turning on the television, charge my phone by their USB. Because our battery died last night because I was still somewhat awake and winding down when Aaron's phone blinked on and then blinked off. I'm like, oh, his phone's fully charged. I should probably go over I don't want to move. So all night, like his phone on idle drained the battery. And he's probably thinking like, I'm sorry. I'm just using the television. I just don't want my phone to die is the problem.
Yeah.
It was at like 18%. But I've showered. We have breakfast at like 3 minutes from now. I'm not going to use the room coffee. It's tried to air dry this thing as much as possible. It's actually dry because it's that kind of material. It's just that being wadded up like under the backpack or under a pile of clothing was not going to be good. Air conditioner is also drying the air, so
yeah,
benefit there. My shirt is actually not that bad, so I'll be able to wear it. It's not like I smelled it last night. It's not even stinky. My underwear though. Thankfully, we won't have another away game until Wenatchee. That's in late July. So I can learn the error of my ways and pack a change of clothes. This bed is way too short for Aaron.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, look where his head is. That's a tip. You could scoot up a smidge more, I guess. Yeah. See? This is where your head's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
This is a normal bed. This is also a queen?
Yep.
Okay, I was like, this is borderline queen or full. So, yeah, I think, so, this has shown up. Oh, there, let's get it in some light. And then, that bucko, that's like a Danny-sized birthmark. Of course, Danny's got one, he's got one like right here. We've got to get to breakfast and then get out of here so we can get our normal day going back in town.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be rolling in at like 1 o'clock. So, I want to get out and going. I actually checked this thing to see if it had like a USB plug on it. And no, it doesn't. It's got a triple plug at the bottom of the regular plug. And the lamp is plugged into it, and the surge protector is plugged into it. So there's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plugs over here. Which is great if you're a businessman.
Yeah.
And you need to plug in a laptop and a phone and don't know what else. The car should be able to charge the phone just fine on the way home.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna Pandora like we did and let the phone go out. So we had good signal because it's flat. They could put, but I would see like tall cell towers every so often. Wind farms. I don't know when I say windmills, that makes you think like the ones that they use to grind grain. Anyways, okay, that's the top of your tea. I'm like, what is on my screen? Oh, that's the top of your tea bottle. See, you guys are watching this on a normal size, like, well, Matt watches it on actual TV. Other people are watching it on like a thing or even a phone, which is like, where's your phone?
I think 4 times that size.
In terms of like television stuff, it's like double the diagonal. So it's like 4 times the size. So like everything on here, I'm just like, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Because it looks like specks of dust. We're gonna go eat breakfast. It's 7 o'clock. We'll give him, well, I gotta meander down there. I'm old man walking like everywhere. That's probably what they were seeing, is because I was like, well, my feet hurt. The turf is hot. My toes have been stepped on. My knee is a little bit because I had someone who's muscle, 250 pounds, you know, kind of land on my leg, but it was just like I was already on the ground and he came and fell over my legs and his shoulders hit my knee and kind of very lightly did this to it. That little like bend it slightly backwards, but he almost immediately got up. So it was like, whoa, oh, that's a little bit funky.
Yeah.
And so, all right, I'm gonna give children or seagulls. So there's a bridge. I didn't get to show you guys the area because we were so fretted on getting into the game. But yeah, there's a river, it's the hotel. We're done with the breakfast. The Belgian waffles were very good. The coffee was well, their clientele was a bunch of old people. So please tell me the car's over here. Oh, I didn't park way back here. The car's up there. But yeah, got a rail bridge in the back, car bridge, and the Snake River comes in over there somewhere. That I was explaining last night. But this area is very flat. And these are just generalized river rocks, nothing for me to take home geologically. I'd want to take home something from the side of the road, on the Oregon side, like on the side of the highway. Not the side of these roads, because these are definitively decorative. I'm probably gonna have to sanctify my gloves. They're my old gloves, they're my battle gloves, and they've done a phenomenal job. But I may not be able to wash them. Because some of the stitching's coming out. Because that happened last night. These are definitively receiver gloves for those of you who are still looking into the view of that. They are receiver gloves. These are not meant to be used tough like lineman gloves.
Hey there.
My 8 o'clock alarm was going off to wake up, which is fine because we're leaving now. But yeah, I'm driving over to pick up Aaron in front because he's checking out. There he is. I was startled because my 8 o'clock alarm started going off, and it was like ding, 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 ding. Hey there, and I'm like, what? Oh right, I'm supposed to be waking up at this time. But then I decided I was like, I can't go back to sleep. I'm awake. So that coffee was something special.
No, it really wasn't. It was.
That's the sarcastic. That was something special. Kind of like last night. That game was something special.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that does qualify as special because special is just out of the norm.
Yeah.
17, 18, 13. I don't know how many people we had. They say 17, and it's probably true. Oh, I didn't tell you. You were in the bathroom. The river is flowing that way. I'm just letting you know because of where we're at. I'll talk to him after. All right, we are currently hitting the Dalles. So I call this kind of the halfway trip because we're He's sleeping. But I wanted to get that bucko on camera because he's a beautiful. That's the ass side of hood, is what I call it. Because I spend most of my life looking at pretty much the exact other side of the mountain. So, giving you guys that much. I mean, I've shown it off on the vlogs multiple times. That's Mount Hood, but it's the other side of it. That's also the Dalles Dam. Now that we have rocks in the way. There's the Dalles Dam. Big ol'. This seems like the significant area, the significant power plant, or the significant power plant for Eastern Oregon and Washington, just because it's such a big dam. And it kind of makes a U-shaped instead, so that builds a reservoir of its own and doesn't have much of a spillway, so there's a lot more going through turbines. So, that's that. And like Bonneville is a big deal, but for Portland, Tumblr gave me a notification through my email. We are exit 87 on Interstate 84, and so we have 87 miles until downtown Portland. That should tell me right there, because I always wonder, like when it says Portland, X number of miles, is that to the edge or to like the colloquial center of Portland, like the downtown area where people are going to be like, oh, I'm in Portland, not like, oh, I'm in Northeast Portland where the hookers are at. So, because it's like, there's about 10 miles difference between PDX and downtown Portland. So, if you all are wondering, if you ever played Oregon Trail, if you make it to the Dalles, you get two choices. This is the town where you make two choices in the Oregon Trail. You can either attempt to travel down the river and dodge all the rocks and make it to the Willamette Valley, where you kind of land in the Portland area, or you can take the Barlow Toll Road, which goes up over near Mount Hood, and then you wind up down more into the southern part of the valley. Either way, but one of them just easier, but costs money, and the other one is like dangerous but free. The Barlow Toll Road can be bad if you choose when to go and you wind up going across the Barlow Toll Road at like winter. Sometimes it's easier to go down the river at that time. I don't know if the river actually changed based on the time of year. Huh. I don't want to Google that. Not now. I don't want to Google that at all. I don't want to ruin the numbers of the game. Not that I really ever play that game anymore. Alright. Well, it's warmer out here than it is inside. Strange. I was like, I'm walking out here and I'm like, it's what, okay, it may not physically be warmer out here, it's just humid.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's actually warmer.
I love your trees. I love your trees so much. I miss you so much. Oh, I don't ever want to leave your trees. Oh. You know, like everybody's trying to do their stuff. Oh, the car is warm. The sun is just out enough that little bit of light's getting in and heating up the car. The car is warmer than it is outside. But as we do with really high clouds, there's a wavelength of light that gets through that can still heat up the car.
Yeah.
Even though
it's not that bright.
Yeah. I think this is where I slammed into someone on one of the kick returns. Whatever. So yeah.
I like your heart-shaped bruise.
Is it? Oh, I guess it is. We'll have to see how it turns out later. It might turn into something a little worse. If you're still at this point, I mean, there may be something funky that happens for Monday, but we're looking at normal vlog stuff here. We're going to the store. We're going to fill up the gas tank because we're at 29 miles left of this tank. And then I'm going to go do like sore, we are bruised stuff with Willie at the gym. Like stretching and foam rolling and chatting and maybe some light cardio. While Aaron does that 50 tabs you had open yesterday. Whatever that was. Coding for cryptocurrencies. Right?
I may just goof off.
Well, don't go to sleep.
Okay.
You already slept most of the way home.
I know.
I mean, I'm not saying you had perfect sleep last night. Neither did I. I might crash early just because I slept all about 4 hours last night after the game. I'm gonna shop so slow. What do we need? Morning. It's, we have no Aaron this morning. He's, well, his trip to Amsterdam plus this weekend and sleeping in a hotel and all that stuff, it's taking its toll on him. So he's going in late to work. But I need to get this video edited. I have gotten this time again. 9:11. I was waiting to see if he was just going to go in a little bit late and we go to the platform, but he's going in a lot late. Might even be working from home, but it's not Trek Tuesday, so I'm relatively okay with that one. It's just sort of weird recording Trek Tuesday around other people. So that's what's happening tomorrow. As I have not seen any of the footage that Aaron recorded, I'm still sitting here thinking like, that was a heck of a game, right? I guess. I don't know, it gets down to the point where it's like the diehards are at this point. I mean, looking at my watch time, even on the weekend videos, it only goes up to about 12, 15 if the game runs really long. If it's a game video, it goes up to 20. But we're well over half an hour right now. That's a thing. I have one Ultra Ball, and I'm just, because that's also why I need to go up to the platform, because I have no Pokeballs. I also need to get my spin, but whatevs. So yeah, that's all I know I basically said a couple minutes ago for you guys that, well, that's it for the vlog. I didn't record anything in Freddy's. I didn't record anything by Willie and I going to the gym. And Aaron and I just watched an episode of iZombie, the season finale. I think it got renewed. It's got a mediocre plus following, I'm guessing, and it's not too terribly controversial. So they ended on a relatively happier note. They didn't end on a cliffhanger. They ended on sort of like everything's sort of calmed down, but there is a cliffhanger. There's a lingering problem, like the fact, but it's more or less that Seattle became unified. We're like a week after the fact. Shut up, guys. That Seattle became unified and are now going to try to protect themselves as a whole, rather than being like zombies versus humans with the Resistance versus Fillmore Graves. That whole thing, there was like this internal struggle, and this whole last season was sort of like trying to come together as a whole of unity. And the proof that, you just take out the figurehead from Fillmore Graves and you get someone who's actually sympathetic to the Resistance, technically, in charge, he can sway the whole thing. And I mean, technically the Resistance got what they wanted, and so, ooh, hang on, got a crane going on. As it is now the diehards at this point, and people waiting to see if there's any drums. We've got some stuff happening in not the fleet. Well, the Victory's Life is coming out tomorrow, but one of the things I noticed was I'm just not trying to go into the negativity that is associated with the game. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of people. So you can sit back and you can, on the internet, chide all the people that didn't show up to the game. To be fair, there are people that had excuses. Kobe was at a funeral for, like, his best friend. Really close to his, really close to his family. It's understandable. Things happen like that. Tyler had a fractured thing in his foot. Can't really be a good nose tackle with a fractured foot. You're just gonna exacerbate the injury. But they're just dragging everybody else, and I'm just like, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna be a part of this blame game that's happening. I'm just gonna say positive things. And as I told Willie at the gym last night, I can whine and I can join in on the blame game, but it doesn't get me any closer to my goal of wanting to actually contribute to the team and play. But in previous teams, in previous years, it hasn't happened to be positive either. Tried to be positive, tried to be negative, tried to be sly, tried to be whiny. You know, trying all the various things to see what gets me towards my result. It's how you tweak the knobs, and things happen. And maybe not, I don't know. But in the end, I don't actually know. So I'm just gonna maintain positivity, because that's better than brooding on the fact that we only had 17 people. I'm saying, you know, thank you for the playtime. It is entirely possible that is the game that will have the most amount of playtime, because we have the lowest amount of people. It's entirely possible. You know, once we get, you know, our typical linebackers back, things will be back to the thing and whatnot. I don't know how things are gonna go. I just know how they've run on previous teams. So that's that, guys. I'm heading off. I'm gonna take care of my research for today, which is battle in a gym, and there's a gym right here and it's blue. So I'm gonna kick the crap out of that a little bit and see you guys probably Wednesday for more vlog knowledge. There's gonna be ship stats tomorrow for Trek Tuesday, so whatever. The thumbnail will be Trek Tuesday, and you guys know not to watch those if you aren't interested in Star Trek Online. How does Aaron do this? Whatever, I can't do it like he does.